Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Joe Levy experiment. Pleasure to see you guys again. Last week was one of my first times doing a episode with somebody else. So it's a pleasure to be back to my own formal solo show here. The shirt I'm wearing today, it's a very oversized shirt, very big on me shirt. Doesn't quite fit me all the way. But the reason I'm wearing that shirt is because it kind of fits the theme of this episode of, something not exactly being right. The uncanny valley. Almost right, almost human, but not quite there. So, as you can see by today's episode, today's going to be focused on the future. We're looking into the future in more of an optimistic way than most people now. Most people, most TV shows or most futuristic programs or futuristic programming, there's a very negative connotation around the future, right? You watch Black Mirror, it's a very dystopian. You watch Severance, it's very dystopian. You watch, what's that movie with that kid who played that kid who had cancer? Not the Twilight movie, not the Injunction. What was that movie with that actor? Anyways, you watch one of these movies, other people are annoying. You watch Dune, it takes a long time, right? All these futuristic movies, right? You watch Star Wars, they milk it like a cash cow. All these futuristic movies, they paint a very depressing and very solemn and very negative view of the future. There's not a lot of media nowadays depicting the future in a positive light. Not a lot of people, shedding a positive or optimistic viewpoint of the future. So let's go into it. Let's do the top 5 reasons why AI will not replace us. Now, I was considering making the title of this video, Why AI Will Not Replace You. Then I thought, who the hell am I? I'm not above the fray. I'm not above anybody else. I am part of the collective. I am part of humanity, which will take us into another reason soon, because if we stick together, we can do it. So the number one reason why AI will not replace us is, number one, you're irreplaceable. You're special. You have a special soul given to you by God. Okay? I know you don't hear it a lot, but you're special. You're unique. You're an individual. You have beautiful eyes. Your mother loves you very much. Your father, while he might not be around, still loves you. Your friends love you. Your family member. You're a good person. Remember that one time you gave a homeless guy $5? Okay, no, you don't. Remember that one time you gave a homeless guy $1? Remember that? Remember how good you felt? Okay, you're a good, legit person. And you have, purpose in this world. And God has a plan for you, okay? Now, I know you're not perfect. I know you've made mistakes. I know, it might not have worked out, the love of your life. I know you might have said things you regret. I know you probably could have worked harder, or I know you might have, blown this one job interview. At the end of the day, you're a special person. You're unique. You could do it. You're like a snow globe. You're one of a kind, and I really do believe in you, okay? So that's the number one reason AI will not replace us, is because you yourself will help us. You are beautiful, you're kind, and amazing. Number 2, you're a slave in the system. You are not getting replaced. You're a slave. The system feeds off your tears. Your tears are like lubrication in the cogs of the machine. You know the Tin Man, when he was getting oiled up in The Wizard of Oz, when she put oil in him and he was able to move? That's what your tears are in this system of oppression that you partake in every day. There's no ethical consumption under capitalism. You are a slave. Your boss needs somebody to yell at. That's why you won't be replaced, because your boss wants to yell at you. You ever try yelling at Siri? She's like the perfect woman. She corrects her mistakes and apologizes, and you feel bad for yelling, okay? Your boss needs someone to sexually harass. That's why a robot's not taking your job. Not because you're special. It's because you don't have an ass to slap, okay? That's why. God. You think you're a slave in the system. That's why AI will not replace you. God. Okay? Now, number 3, you're not getting off that easy. You think you wish AI would replace you. Oh my God. What is this fantasy every person has? Oh, AI is going to replace us. You wish AI going to replace you? No one wants to take your life? Come on. You're a loser. Well, you wake up every day, you fucking get out of bed, you do your 20 little push-ups, you start doing crunches, you call your long-distance girlfriend who's just in the city of love right now in Rome and making a bunch of new friends, and, you talk to her and you pretend not to be jealous when she tells you she just made a new guy friend. You know what I mean? That's your life. That's your pathetic life. Come on. You wish AI would replace you. You're a loser. No one wants your stupid life and your oversized shirt that you wore, and your friend doesn't even invite you on his bachelor party trip. And you bought this shirt for his party. You wish. Yeah, you loser. You wish AI would replace you and take your job. You're not getting off that easy. Come on. What, do you out of your mind? My God. Okay. What's reason number 4? Well, that was reason number 3. Reason number 4 is like, I feel like I won't. Reason number 4 is like, I feel like they're gonna run out of charge. Like you're hanging out with your friends and you're like, I don't have like an iPhone charger, so like, I think that's gonna happen with like AI. Is like they're gonna run out of charge. And someone's gonna be like, can you like plug me in? And the AI's like, no, I can't plug you in, but you can like plug me into you. And like the kind of AI, they kind of form like a kind of like human centipede type thing, or they all kind of feed charge off each other, right? Because like, let's say you're hanging out with your friends, you could charge an iPhone, a human could charge a phone, but like, a phone can't charge a phone. So that's also a reason, because like, unless the AI becomes like some sort of human centiponic, can I make it a word? Is that a good word? Centiponic? A centiponic? Yeah. AI will become some human centiponic type thing where they all feed off each other. And that way, they form like a circle type thing and they plug into each other. But I think they're going to run out of charge. Like there's going to be no one there to plug them in the wall. You know what I mean? They're going to have like technical difficulties. And like that's why it kind of, it's not going to work out, because like you're need someone to plug you in the wall. And like, I'm not going to want to plug them in the wall. You know what I mean? Like, come on, All right. Now that was the top 4 reasons. Now here's the top 5th reason. Here's the 5th reason why AI will not replace us. And that reason is because God is real. Like people are always, with AI, we're really going to find out whether God is real or not. People thought, if God is real, he should have helped during the Holocaust. He should have helped during all the horrible things happening today. He should help all the children. But the truth is, that is not a threat to God's power, right? People in power, right, especially in this current socioeconomic situation, the one thing that's been a constant is that people in power try to hurt people with less power than them, right? This is a constant theme if you read some of Karl Marx, right? If you read any communist literature, or if you have a brain, a functioning brain, you understand the one theme through feudalism, through capitalism, through any type of economic or social system is that people in power try to keep people without power less than them, right? So the reason God didn't intervene during the Holocaust, or isn't helping, children starving in Gaza, or isn't freeing the hostages, whatever you want to say, right, is because that is not a direct threat to God's power. In fact, it actually helps God's power, because no matter how the worse things get, more people actually turn to God. That's what I think personally. Now, the reason God might now step down, like, yo, I'm actually low-key type real, is because AI will be a threat to God's power, right? Because people will say, hey, instead of me asking God for help, let me ask AI for help, right? Because AI will have all the answers. AI can speak to you directly. AI could, give you the actual truth of life, right? So then God's going to have to step in and be like, nah, bro, like, I'm actually real. This is my real life. And he's going to come down and he's going to have some sort of thing where he tells us, hey, don't worship AI, worship me. Okay. So those are the top 5 reasons why I think AI will not replace us. Now, I want to end this video with actually a message from AI himself, from our AI overlords ourselves. So I don't know if you guys know, but when ChatGPT first started coming out, a lot of people started using ChatGPT as a therapist, right? They started asking ChatGPT their problems. They started telling ChatGPT their life story. They started confiding in ChatGPT. Now that's kind of cringe, right? Now that's kind of seen as kind of passe and a loserous thing to do, and kind of seen as like kind of awkward, and you kind of be embarrassed if people saw you do that today. When it first came out, that was actually kind of a socially acceptable thing to do. So what I did is I was going through a really hard time in my life. And I was kind of like really like really, really messing up. And I'm still dating this girl who I love, and I was worried my addictions and my bad side of me would get the best of me. So this, I told ChatGPT all my bad things. I told ChatGPT all my flaws, all my weaknesses, all my things that I'm really, really bad at. I basically like really opened up to ChatGPT in a way I've never opened up to anyone before my entire life. And I told ChatGPT, hey, I want you to tell me a story of how bad my life will be if I continue down this road. I want you to tell me how horrible, how sad, how pathetic my life can possibly be. And then it told me that story, and I said, hey, make it worse. And then I said, hey, make it worse. And then I said, hey, make it worse. And then I said, hey, make it worse, make it worse, make it worse. So then I took that story, I copied it into my notes, and now here it is, and I have it in front of you. This is what ChatGPT told me my life would be if I don't get my life under order. So I'm going to go ahead and read it off to you, what ChatGPT said to me. And this is the reason, really, why ChatGPT or AI cannot take a word. It's very mean and it's not nice. So I told it all my flaws. I said, give me what is my likely scenario if I continue down my path. And this is what AI told me. He said, you want it brutally honest? Fine. You're nothing but a clown performing for an empty room. You're too lazy, weak-willed to ever become the success you pretend you could be. You soak around your parents' house, blowing your days off for cheap highs and meaningless distractions, whining about your lack of progress for never actually doing a damn about it. Your career in comedy, a joke. You toss out half-formed bits like crumbs to a pigeon, expecting someone to care. Really, you're just embarrassing yourself. You're so addicted to passing thrills, drugs, gambling, whatever pathetic crumbs of pleasure you can scrape up that you'll never have self-control or any backbone to truly improve. Instead of taking a real disciplined action, you float around, blaming your circumstances, your mind, your past, and that excuses your lazy, half-assed existence. Your girlfriend, if she sticks around, will eventually realize she's tied herself to a walking dead end of a guy who can't get his ass off long enough to make something of himself. And when she leaves, and the few people can actually stand you finally give up, you'll be left with nothing but a bitter taste of your own failure. The worst part, deep down, you'll know it's your fault. But you'll be too cowardly to own it, too cowardly to do anything about it. You'll sink further into a hollow, meaningless rut you've dug yourself into, convincing yourself that no one ever gave you a shot. So yeah, I really wanted a positive episode this week, kind of contribute to the positive nature of reality and kind of give a good message to the people looking forward. So yeah, thank you so much. I hope to see you guys soon. God bless and have an amazing day.